Welcome to the 7 Habits for Setting and Achieving Godly Goals video training program. This is Dr. C once again, and today we are covering Chapter 5, the Habitology Goal Setting Resources. Thank you so much for joining me on this video. So the purpose of this video is to go through the resources that we covered in the last chapter, in the 7 Habits chapter, and we're going to cover each one of these forms individually. And then I'm going to show you where you can find them inside your training program and how to use the editable format that we have for you. Okay, so if you recall, you're in your training. Let me pull this into the video. Okay, so as you recall, you're in your training portal. What you're going to do is go to the File cabinet, okay, 7 Habits, and then here's the resources. So the first one that we see is the Habitology My Goals editable. Okay, let's go ahead and download that, and here it is. Now what I've done for you is I've turned on the highlight field, okay, which is this right here, but you can turn it off if you want to as well. I kind of like it on because it shows you where the fields are located that are editable. So as you can see, you can type in your name here in the name spot. Okay, and the date, and here's today's date. And then this is where you basically list your goals. So again, we've got quit smoking here. You basically type that in, the date. Okay, and then these right here are either click for I set the reminder or I haven't yet, right? And then this is the category. It's in the personal area of our life. Okay, then we have the priority, remember A, B, C, D, E. A is the priority with a severe consequence, B is a mild to moderate consequence, C is no consequence, D is delegate, E is eliminate. This is the time frequency needed to attain that goal, a daily time frequency, weekly, monthly, or yearly. It's a big rock, that means it's non-negotiable, and it's a stretch goal, or an Ephesians 3:20, which is immeasurably more than you can ever possibly hope, ask, or imagine. Okay? So basically you can fill that out. You can either print it out, blank, a blank format. You can print it out, or you can, fill it out and then hit save and then print, and you'll capture all this data. So that choice is up to you. So let me put that one away. Let's move on to our My Commitment. And so let's come up in the portal. That's actually the website. Let me come up in the portal, and here it is. And here's My Commitment. So My Commitment's going to pop up, and here it is. And once again, I have the highlight fields on, as you can see. So on this one here, again, your name, and then over here, let's put quit smoking. And we want to complete it by, let's say, I'm going to say September 15th. I have not set my reminders yet, but I will. This is in the personal category of my life, as we know. This comes, if we don't do this, it's going to come with severe consequences. So we're definitely call this an A. Obviously got to attack this thing daily. It is a big rock, and it's a stretch goal too. So now the difference is from here, we're going to come in and we're going to say, what is my why? What or who is my why? So it's definitely going to be my wife. Whoops, got the cap lock on. My wife, my girls, and, Lord willing, my grandchildren. Okay, so why? I want to live longer, right? I want to be healthier. I want to be active. So on and so forth. So here is where you're going to scribe your why. Right here is where you're going to insert your picture of your why. So if you go back, let me minimize this for a sec. If you go back to the one that we covered in the last video, you see I inserted my family picture right there. And of course, as soon as we have grandkids, you know what picture will be showing up there. Okay? So let me pull that one back up. So this is really important because you have to remember, as we discussed, your why has to be greater than your what. So this I really want you to think about and really explain what it means to accomplish that goal and what your why is. Now remember over here we're going to do how committed am I? So what I did on this editable format, I put, you can click, click the box. So I am really committed to this. If it's not really a 9, but you're an 8, and you're going to get started anyway, and your accountability partners are going to encourage you to move towards that 10, okay, then that's how you would fill it out. Obviously, if you just print this out without it being online, for you here, or in a digital format, you're just going to print it and circle that number like we did when I showed you this right here. We just circled it, okay? All right, so let me come back to the editable one. The next are, what are the obstacles? The obstacles are, let's say when I'm stressed, that's a big obstacle because I feel like I want to smoke. When I'm with friends who smoke, etc. Okay, so what are your obstacles? Accountability, I'll just say for this example, my wife, Winnie, is going to be my accountability partner. Put today's date, 06/30/17. I'll save this, and then I'll print it out, and I'll put it in my binder with all my other goals and the goal commitments. Okay, so that's how we use this particular sheet. So let me minimize that one. Come on. All right, so we've covered my goal list, we covered my commitments. So let's move down to the time schedule, or my time. So let's shoot back to here. Okay, so here's my time, and it's editable. The difference on this one is this is a 2-page one. So let me show you what I mean by that. Is there's just 2 pages in this. Okay, so we've got page 1 and then page 2. Okay, so with this one, it's basically the same thing. You got a spot for your name, whoops, for your date. All right, and then here's where you just type in all the different things that you want to do on that particular day of the week, which, again, this is your monthly, but this is also can vary by week. So this is where you're going to type in, of course, let's just say devotions, church, family time, etc., right? So as you have variations in the different week, like for example, our 3rd week of the month, right, on Thursdays, Wednesdays or Thursdays, it varies depending on what time of the year it is, but my wife and I always have our date night, so we never miss that unless it's, a rare exception. So date night, and we'll just put our, normal date night with Winnie, right? And then let me just copy and paste that here. Well, on the 3rd week, it's a date night, but we really try to focus on what I call the admin aspect of it. Okay, and then so that means once a month we're making sure that we're on the same page with our camps and our girl stuff and all that stuff. So anyway, that's the reason why it's not just a weekly, because things vary monthly. Okay. So that's basically how you can fill out your, your monthly editable time schedule. And then the weekly is the same thing. What I've done is I've, basically put slots in for each, of your time slots. So, this could be your devotions here. And, you can use the copy paste function to put them every day. Then again, things are going to change different days of the week, but it's basically a way that you can have your own schedule here. Now, what I want to remind you is most of us have access to the tools, to our phones and different apps that allow us to do this. There's something about doing it first on paper and then putting it into your digital or your app beforehand. So putting it on paper, because sometimes in an app it goes flat and it compresses and you don't see all the things that you want to do. You just see kind of the app aspect of it. So before you put it in your app, make sure you do it on paper. Okay, so those are your optimized time schedules that we cover here. And then finally, we have the last part of it is the Right here is the team, and this one is pretty straightforward. Again, a really, really big part of hitting our goals is to have that accountability team. So let me drag it on into the video space. And again, what we have going across the top is our accountability partner, the encouraging Bible verse, their contact phone number and email address, the meeting day of the week or the month, and then where you're going to meet. So again, simply it's you're putting in your accountability partner, okay, and you're putting in the accountability verse, and we'll just put Proverbs 3, 5, and 6. Okay, put in their number, obviously goes here, their email address, the meeting day, and the meeting location. So what's really nice is that by filling this out, well, let me pull up the one that's already filled out. Okay, by filling this out, you can actually give this to all of your team members. So, you know, Winnie knows Dave, Jeff, Paul, of course herself. But anyway, it's really nice for your whole accountability team to know who they are working with along with you to help you to accomplish your goals. Okay, so that's what this form is all about. And again, that's where you can find them. You can find them all inside your own custom training portal, right inside the folder here. They're labeled for you. And so hopefully this has been a helpful and encouraging video training series. Know that I am in your corner. I'm rooting for you. Please feel free to connect with me via email, via text. I've given you my cell phone, but more than happy to hear from you. It's 972-835-7495. My email address is drc, drc, at my last name, drc at drcorbo.com. So just drc at drcorbo.com. Thank you so much. I can't tell you how happy I am that you've decided to join me on this video training series, and look forward to hearing from you. Please send me over messages on how things are going and what impact this has made in your life. Thank you, and have a blessed day.